on this channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create a wig with a wig cap and a couple other things that you're going to need. But today her braid pattern that I have is just two French braid, I guess that's what you call it, going around the perimeter of her head. I washed it, conditioned it very well. I have moisturized it very well. Her ends, I'm going to tuck this. It's going to go around this way. It's going to be tucked, so you're not going to see that. But let me show you this hair. If you have not heard of this hair, go check this out because this is some good hair. I bought this hair twice for myself. I have a couple of tutorials coming up on it. But this is the Sensational Brazilian Live Kertain Remi hair. If you're looking for some inexpensive hair that is store-bought, that is going to be good hair, this is the hair. We have this in the Yaki 12-inch. The number 2 in color, and we also have it in a 14-inch in number 2 in color. And for her closure, I was going to do a closure, but she wanted to go ahead and buy her own closure. We're going to use this Saga Remi weaving closure to put at the very top. Now the things that you're going to need in order to achieve your wig or to do the design or style that you want, you're going to need a plastic cap of any kind. This is like an old Dollar General cap. We're going to place this over her head before we put her wig cap on that we're going to glue to the cap. You're going to need some kind of cap. We're going to use this. This is one of the men's styling or wave cap. We're going to use that. You're going to We're going to use some glue because we're going to glue this in. We're going to bond it in. We're not going to sew it in. You're going to need a good pair of shear scissors. And here's a good tip to use. This marker, this is a craft marker that I purchased from my local craft store, which is Michael. This is a fine crayon or paint pen that we're going to use. And I'm going to show you the reason we're going to use this in a few seconds. Let's go ahead and prepare the hair to make this wig. It should not take that very long with the technique that I'm going to show you. So if you're an inexperienced person who's making your very first wig, you can do this. You can do it. And it's going to be very easy. Let's go ahead and take this off of her. This band off of her hair. I'm going to take this off. I only did two braids, two normal braids. I'm going to take this and wrap it over here. Take a bobby pin. You can either take a bobby pin or you can take a needle and thread and sew it down. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to wrap, tuck, and pin it down. And that's not going to stay with that. So let me use another kind of pin. Take that pin out. I don't want to mess up my braid. And the reason I did this style because I want our hair to be flat on top. You don't have to use the same braid pattern. That's one. Gonna tuck that under there and pin that down, and that's two. Okay. You see how neat that looks? Very neat. Can you turn to the side for me a little bit? Just a little bit more on this side. That's our braid pattern on that side. Turn around to the other side, please. And that is our second braid pattern. Okay, now the purpose for the back. This is the purpose for the back. You're going to place this over the hair, and what it's going to do, it's going to secure the hair where you won't get any glue whatsoever on the hair. And this is what I like to do. I used to take these ends and cover it over the ear, but I'm just going to take the whole bag, take it around her ear, if I can find this other ear right quick. Okay, let's see. Okay. And now I'm going to take the cap in which I'm going to use to do her hair. Hold that. Okay, that should stay in place. I want a lot for me, this is the back. There's some thickness to this cap. If you're going to use the man wave cap, there's some thickness. That would go in the very back. And you see in the front, it's a little bit thinner. That's going to go in the front. So we're going to take a cap, place it on her head. She's going to hold it in place. Bring her ears out. Okay. Now you want to make sure that this front is really down. And you don't want to bring it too far down, but you want to make sure that it's down. Okay, can you turn around for me if you don't mind? Let me show them the front of that. She's going to turn around for me. Okay, that is the front of her cap. Turn to the side. As you can see, this thinner across the front and the sides. Okay, turn around to the back. Now what I'm going to do with the bag, since I have so much left over, I'm going to take my scissors. Stay still for me. And I just want to cut some of it off because it's a little bit too much left over. Okay, next step, the pen, the white marker pen. We're going to use this white marker pen. Let me get it flowing. Okay, with the marker, a lot of times we underestimate how to apply this weave in order to have enough. We don't know whether or not we're going to have enough hair to place in the head. So this is what I want you to do, and this saves a lot of time. Okay, this is the back of her nape area, the back of her neck. I'm going to take this marker and mark off where I want to start. Can you bend down for me? So with her hair, this is where I'm going to start. And you see how I'm taking this marker to outline where I'm going to start? And then what I'm going to do is continue with my next line. This is going to give me a pattern and a guideline to know where to lay my next track. Now with the style that we're going for, she wants a bang in the front. So I'm going to continue with my lines. I'm going to go from one side to the other, marking off. Let's turn to the side. I'm going to mark off where her ears. I'm going to mark that off. And we're going to keep on going with these lines. So now I know how to space my hair out in order to have enough to complete this entire wig. Just keep going around the line. I'm going to mark her hair, her ear lines out. Now also, when you're doing a wig, if you take some Sprit of some sort and saturate this whole cap before gluing your hair down, it's gonna last much longer. And I'm gonna keep doing this same pattern all around. I'm gonna do this all around the cap, and that will give me an idea of where to place each track without trying to guess. Once I get to the top, I'll know exactly where to lay it, and then for the front, I will know also how to put my track on. So let's do those few lines that I have traced out and to show you. And this makes for easy. You know, on this page I like creating, like doing things that's going to be simple. So this is going to make the job and the process very simple in making this wig. Okay, as you can see so far, I have outlined her hair where I want her tracks to lay. When I got to the top of her head, I centered it off to show where I'm going to put my closure at the very top. Now in the front of her head, if you can turn around for me right quick. In the front, I have not done any marking whatsoever because we're going to determine how we're going to lay her tracks in order to make her bang. Now once I get a little bit closer, we're going to come back and we're going to begin to mark where I'm going to lay her bang, because I don't want to make any errors whatsoever in overcutting, using too much hair, when this method is so much easier. So we're going to start in the back, begin to lay the hair. And if you do this process of lining the cap before you sew it on, I'm going to tell you also what you could do. You can go ahead and pre-cut these tracks, glue them as they're becoming tacky. Only thing you got to do is pick it up, lay. Just lay. This process should not take that long if you do this. And one thing about this, if you make a mistake, if you make any kind of error, you can take your marker and go back and change it wherever you need to change it without using too much hair. So we're going to start off with the 14-inch hair. And like I said, we bought a number 2. Just kind of unraveling. This is the 14-inch hair. Now another thing I want to show you is when you're cutting your hair, when you're taking it off the track and you're going to cut your hair off. This is what I want you to do. You're going to take your marker and you're going to If this is your first time doing hair, okay, you see where that starts at? We're going to start here. We're going to measure the back of her hair, her head. Bend down for me. So I know to start from here and lay it to here, and I'm going to cut right here. But this is what I'm going to do when I cut her hair. I'm going to cut right there. I'm trying to hold, wait a minute, hold that. Wait a minute, hold on for 1 second. Hold that. I'm sorry, I was trying to do too many things at one time. I'm going to cut the hair right here. And to know that you're still on the right side, you don't have to do this. It's just a tip for somebody who may want to do it. Take your marker and just put a little mark right there. And that's going to indicate to let you know, well, you know what? I still have it on the right side opposed to flipping it and not being able to determine where your hair, the right side of the track of the hair starts again. So we're going to leave that like there. I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this in my kitchen. Got a lot going on right now. Okay. Okay, I'm going to lay this track down. Shake my glue up really good. And we're going to take that glue and we're going to go along that line. And this bottle does not want to come out. Let's try this one. Oh, Lord. And see, it's a good thing I got on this towel, because I'm about to make a mess on my first track. That's my first track. I just glued. Now what I'm going to do, since I'm going to take her hair, while that's becoming tacky somewhat, measure from here to here. On the table. I'm trying to do it in the kitchen. I didn't want to do it in here, but I'm going to go ahead and glue my second track. And see, that's giving that hair time to get tacky. I'm gonna go back, measure my third line, turn to the side for me. That's my third line. Okay, so far I have 3 tracks already that has glue on it. I'm gonna do one more track, and this is the 4th one. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay her first track. You'll know when it's starting to get kind of tacky, because what's going to happen if you don't get that 30-second glue, it's going to begin, it starts out as being gray, and then it's going to begin to turn black. So you know it's getting tacky. This is my first track. Can you bend down for me? First track I'm going to apply. Remember, we start from one side to the next, and that track lays perfectly. You can take a blow dryer to dry it. Just press a little bit. You don't have to press that hard. That's our first track. Okay. This is her second track. You see how fast I'm going now? Perfectly. Perfect cut, perfect fit. That's the second track. Hold for me. Third track. You see how easy it is going? That's our third track. And the last track that I've cut, pre-cut, and put the glue on, see it's turning black. I can lay her fourth track. Turn to the side for me, please. I've laid 4 tracks less than what, 5 minutes? About 4 tracks I just laid less than 5 minutes, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple more tracks and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have laid all of the 14 inches, and I think we've probably got about 7 rows of hair. So that will give you an indication of how many rows you're going to do as well if you do the line technique. If you draw the lines on your hair before you actually start. Can you sit straight up? Hold your head up so I can show them how long this hair is. That's the 14 inch. That's 14 from start of the crown, the back of the head to the back, her back. So it goes, oh, it goes right there at, hold your head up. It goes right there at bra length. A 14 inch is going to take you to your bra on the average person. She's like probably 5'6", 5'5". Okay, so now we're going to start with the 12-inch hair. So I'm going to reach over and show you this. And this is how this hair comes. It almost looks like it's 2 packs of hair. They intertwine it together. It's on the same spool, but it just wrap it in 2 different boards. And that is the 12-inch. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to line her hair with the lines that I placed on her cap. And it only took me 5 minutes. Seriously, about 5 to 10 minutes to lay 7 tracks of hair. Okay, now that I've completed all my lines that I marked off initially, we're going to start with this front. Let's hold up a little bit. I'm going to start off with her front to create her bang. Now, at the very edge, I stopped from one side of her eye to the other side. I took a piece of hair and went from right here to right here. And what I did was I took a long length of hair and pre-glued it already. So the track is just going to continue to lay down. Now, when you get to the front, and this is where a lot of people have a hard time. So you can lay that there. You can take your marker and do the same exact thing. How you want to lay it. Just keep doing the same thing. How full you want it to be. If you want it to be really full, I would suggest that you probably do about, we're going to do probably about 4 lines because we're going to count this as 1. Then we're going to put here 2, 3, and 1 more before I begin to go in a complete circle to come towards my top. Probably going to do just 4. And it can change at any given time. I can change my mind and do it another kind of way if I see it's not going to work out for me in that fashion. But as we can see, I did 1 at the very edge of their cap. We're going to go right here and curve it to this side. That would make 2. Do that line 3 and 4. And as you can see in the center, we have already marked off where we're going to put our closure. So with the hair I've already pre-cut, and I just glued a long line of it. So hold up for a second. I'm going to curve it and go to my second line. That's my second. It's being curved now. Now I still have a little hair left over. I'm going to cut it, but believe me, I will be using this piece. It stopped right there because I don't want to waste any of my hair. I'm not going to waste this hair. I'm going to put that off to the side. And let me go ahead and complete my other 1, 2 tracks before I'm going to take it in a complete circle till I get to this point. Because I don't want it too thick in the front. Can you hold your head up for me? Okay, so we said we was gonna use this Milky Way Saga hair. This is just jacked up. I can't use this. I cannot use this because when I put it here, how this hair came is such a blunt cut. I cannot add this to my work, so we're not gonna use that. So I have about that much of hair. I'm gonna have to try to make it work and do my own closure and finish the top of her head with this, because this is all the hair that I have left, because I was anticipating that hell this closure was gonna look like something, but since it looked like a hotmess.com, let's see, can I work my magic? Stay tuned, there's more to come. There's not that much more hair to do in the front, so stay tuned, let's see what happens. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna leave you hanging, because this is the most important part of making a wig. A lot of people tend to get lost right up here in the crown of your head. This is where a lot of people tend to get lost. Okay, what I've decided to do, since we're not going to use the closure in which she purchased, and you see I marked it off at this section, I'm going to leave that there. So if I have enough hair, I'm going to have to make this work, because I only have this much amount of hair left over. And what I did, I just went ahead and glued that whole line. You don't have to do it this way. I'm going to allow it to sit for about 2 or 3, about a minute. Allow it to get tacky. And we're going to make this work. We're going to close this in. And then what's left over, I'm going to make her closure. Because I just could not use that Milky Way, knowing that it has this blunt cut like this. And all the other hair is long. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what we're going to do with this thing. But yeah. So this is the hair that I have left over from the 12-inch. We're going to finish the remaining front of her head, and we're going to make a closure for the top of her head. When you're doing somebody's head, please make sure they hold their head up straight so you'll know exactly where to lay your hair. So you won't have no rooms for any errors. And it should work. I'm going to leave that marking right there, and this should work. Okay, people, let's make this happen. Okay, my last row of hair that I have, it has glue everywhere. Can you hold that side for me? Let's hold, yeah, that's good. Let's go and make this happen. We're gonna circle that around and around. Stop it right there. Because if I go, I'm trying to think. See, things like this happen. I gotta have some of this hair so I can make. Okay, hold still. I'll blow it in a minute. Cause see, I didn't want to go back across the back of it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I didn't want it to be too thick. It's already thick in the back. You know, we got so much hair in the back too. And just curve that. Hold over. That's fine. Put it on my finger. I'm gonna keep curving. Okay. Now this what I'm gonna do. Hold that. I'm gonna let her hold that. We're gonna curve that all around. And I pray I have enough hair left over. Come on, hold your head up for me. So this what I'm gonna do. I should have enough hair. I'm gonna show you. Glue that down. Come on around. Come on around. Okay. Come on around. Okay. So now that I've gone around in a circle and this is where I ended up at. Since I have wrapped that so many times, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. As you can see, I got a little glue on there, but it's okay. I'm gonna get that off. Let me see, can I blow it? I want to blow it. The cord is not going that far. try to, can you hold back a little bit? Let me grab it. Okay, so that's all the hair I had, and I wanted to blow that a little bit longer, considering that I continue to wrap the hair around. I'll take my comb and see what's going on. Let's see in between here, cause my stuff gotta be together. That's damn right. Okay, so I'll hold that in place, cause it's still drying. Is it 100% dry? Nope. Okay. Hold your head up just a little bit for me. Okay, so look, this is all we have, y'all. Just that middle. So now I gotta find something to make a closure for the middle, because I ran out of hair. I have two options. I can go to the very nape of the back of her head and take out a track to make one. But I have this amount of hair left over with these track left over. Now what I could do is sew all this together on the ends and make it work. And I may just have to do that. Cause it don't make sense to half step. I don't did all this and then I'm a half step. No, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And I really don't want no thin closure. Let me see. If I roll it this way. Okay, this is what I decided to do. I talked about I had these two little end pieces left over. I had these little two end pieces left over. In the very top of her head, I'm going to try to make the closure a little bit, just a tad bit more tighter. And then the little portion of the piece that I have left, I will be able to make a closure from this. So I'm going to take these two end pieces. We're going to try to close that in just a little bit more. So this will fit as her closure. Okay, let me see if that glue is tacky. Hold up, please. Right? Yeah, hold right there so you can see. Make that smaller. Hold up. I gotta do it this way so I can see what I'm doing. But what we're gonna do is curve that. I'm gonna allow that to set for a second. What's a blow dryer? Allow that to sit. Gotta make that hole look smaller. Make this work. We're gonna make this work, baby. Yes. Yes. We're gonna make it work. Okay. See, I don't understand why they wouldn't have bought that anyway. They kind of underestimated me, thinking I was gonna make this closure. And I wouldn't spend $20 on nothing. I told them, just make a closure. No. Okay, we're gonna curve this piece too. And we're gonna put it right here. Ooh, y'all, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Oh, can't speak too damn soon. That shit ain't Maybe y'all, I'm a G still. Hold that right there. You know I'm just playing, y'all. You know, you already know. Sonyabeonit. Oh hell, maybe not. Okay, yeah, I'll be on it. No, we can't have step honey, cause I'm Virgo. We're crazy. I'm Virgo. Okay. Don't pinch me, little girl. Wait a minute, stop, girl. First stop. You jacked up. Like Jack and Jill went up the hill. She'll be jacked up, y'all. I don't think it's gonna. Girl, yes. I got skills. Yes. Yes. Look. I got skills, y'all. Okay, that's that little hotmix.com right there. And I like using this wig cap because, well, this man cap, because it's more durable. I don't know how it's going to be in the summertime. Maybe hot, but right now we're in the winter months and it's working. And you're able to put that heat on there. If you use just that wig cap, it will melt on you. Yeah. Now look how small that circle became. You better stop playing, honey. You better stop. You better stop it. Hold your head up, little girl.
Shut up.
I'm gonna have to wear this wig. Hold on.
Come on, fit your head.
Okay. Oh, now she got choked, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and roll this. Now we're gonna make the closure. We're gonna take the closure. Okay, let me think. Let me think. I gotta think, y'all. I got these nails on. What I need to do? Oh man, I got these. Hold your head up. I hope this works. I got the closure. You're supposed to take a point and put it in the air and begin to roll it. Oh man. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna do this off camera. Y'all gonna figure this out by yourself. That's joking. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. Okay, look. I got these nails on. But take it and roll it around. Clamp it together and keep rolling. We're gonna roll. I hope I can see this. You're supposed to roll it tight. Oh my goodness, y'all. I can't do nothing with these nails on. I'm trying to be pretty. That's not really tight, but hey. There it is. That's the closure. That is the closure. And while you're rolling it, it's going to become tacky. Believe me, if I can do this, you can do this. I was buying closure. I'm like, first I was paying people to do my hair. I'm like, wait a minute now. I don't have that kind of money. Practice make perfect. So the time you want to sit there and watch your TV show, go get you some cheap hair, get you a cap, and start playing with it. I hope that's tight enough. We're going to let that dry for a second, come back, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to butterfly it out and stick it in that circle. Okay, y'all, we're down to the last process. I'm making a wig. This is how my closure came out. You see how that look? And what you want to do now, you want to open it like a butterfly. You're going to take it from this point and begin to spread it out. It's still going to look crazy. And it's going to be all over the place. But you want to make sure you spread that out very well. I'm going to keep spreading it out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and spread that out. Okay, so far this is how it's looking. Get in focus, y'all. Right there, that's perfect. Okay, so far this is how my closure is looking. Looking right crazy. And what I want you to do is take your flat iron. Let this get tacky and sticky in that circular motion. Probably for about 5-10 minutes, I would say. And now you want to take your flat iron. And you're going to go from the side and you're going to press it down. Make sure it's hot. Now with this hair, I did not look at what the temperature was for heat wise, but you want to take that and make that very flat. Do you see how that's getting flat? Okay. Let me comb it out some more, because it's looking like a hot mess.com. And I can't send her to school looking crazy, y'all. Okay. Okay, that's the closure. Gotta make sure I don't see any glue. So I just want to show you the gist of it, of how to make a closure. In the real world, I would have used a little bit more hair, but since this is all that I have, I'm going to make it work. It's going to look fabulous. Let me go ahead and play with this a little bit more, and this is where her closure is going to go. Hold up for a minute. Right there, slab back in the middle. So once it's thick, look at there. You see that closure? That's where it's going to go. Okay, last step. Now what you want to do for your closure, in that spot, you want to put your glue in the center of that spot. Can you hold it for a minute? I don't want to put a whole lot of glue. That's about equivalent to this makeshift closure that I've made. I'm trying to get it in focus. Okay, that's about the same size as the closure. Okay, there we go. There's about the same size of the closure that I made. And we only put a dab of glue in the very center of her head. I'm going to allow that to get tacky before I just go ahead and lay this closure on top. And once you put it on the center of the head, of the person's head or your head, you can begin to play with it to make sure it looks perfect. If you're going to do it right, or don't do it at all. That's my motto. Okay. Okay, okay, so I have played with it some more. It's looking a little bit crazy. Let me show you. That's how that closure's gonna look. And once they get on her head, all that fray and hair that you see sticking out, we're gonna work with that. Right now, we're gonna work on this closure. You're gonna take that closure, make sure it's open to the surface. Make sure you have your surface level. Can you hold your head up? It's not really tacky. I'm gonna give it a few more seconds to get kind of tacky. I could blow dry it. That would help the process speed up a little. I'm gonna do it on low because I don't want that dab of glue to move. And it's becoming tacky because it's turning black. Give it about another 30 seconds. And I have it on a low heating. Okay. Okay, now here's the fun part. Can you hold your head up for me? I'm going to spread my hair out how I want it. And I'm going to put it dead smack in the center. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. And blow dry it to make sure it stays down. let me show you what to do. Take, oh man, you didn't see me put it on. Can you bend down just a little bit? Okay. Once it became real tacky, I stuck it right here. Now what I'm going to do is dry it. I have to make sure that this is completely dry. I'm going to hold it down with my comb. Okay, I did that probably for about a minute. Just want to make sure it's glued down. Nobody's in a hurry, so. Came out pretty good, and it's flat. Now, once I begin to style her hair, it's going to be flatter than that because I'm going to, see, you see a little bit of the fray sticking up. But that closure is on point, baby. There's no glue showing. I mean, nothing. But it's going to lay flatter than this once I begin to style her hair. I want you to come in and take a close-up look. And stop playing because that's down. That's her closure. So I made it work, y'all. Hey. I made it work. I made it work. Let's take this off for me, please. Okay, before we start cutting. So all in all, it probably took me about a good 45 minutes to an hour to do this hair. About a good 45 minutes to an hour. That's how you want it. You want that baby to be flat. Let the wind blow, she good. It ain't going nowhere. Ain't no open spots in her hair gonna be showing. Because that other hair we had, it wasn't gonna work. Hold your head up, let me see, please. And it sounded crunchy because you know the bag up on there. We'll take that bag off. Let me stop talking because somebody gonna put down there. You talk too damn much. Oh yeah. But I be wanting to show people step by step because some people can get it and some people it just take a little bit longer, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you're eager to learn, I don't mind sharing whatever I know. I don't mind it whatsoever. When you're in class here, you gotta pay attention. I think I combed her nose, y'all.
My eye.
Oh, she said her eye. Excuse me. Her damn eye been combed. Look at that closure, baby. You better stop playing and give me life. Give me life. Stop playing. Look down. You better get his hair life because that's what it's having. It has life. Ain't no bald spots showing. None of that. No, baby. It's closure. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me make sure. Yeah, wait a minute before I speak too soon. Yeah. Okay. Okay, hold your head up. Oh, that's it. So I'm going to come back and show you how I cut it. I'm not going to do the cut on camera. Because I like to take my time when I cut. But it will be on point. Stay tuned. Okay, the technique that I use when I'm getting ready to cut a bang, I don't actually go just grab some hair. As you can see, it's at an angle. It's almost like a triangle. That's all I want. I just want that much. And when you're cutting, always cut low and work your way up. So for her, she wants hers to rest upon her eyebrow. Let me pull this back. We don't want any of that in the way. We're going to clamp that out the way. This is some good hair. You gotta go, y'all gotta check this hair out. So what I'm gonna do, everything below my hand is what I'm gonna cut in order to achieve the bang that she wants. To really do the perfect bang, and I tell you no lie, it's best to wet the hair before you cut. And the reason being, when you wet your hair, it actually will give you the true cut that you want. Because see, when you cut it like this and it's dry, it just goes everywhere. And then you're looking at the ends, it don't look right. I'm just going to take a little water on my hand. I don't feel like going to get a spray bottle. And it's going to dry quick. I'm going to wet it one more time. Take your spray bottle. Don't do it this way. I'm tired now. Hold your head up, please. Right there. So now that our hair is wet, I'm going to cut right there. Take my scissors. Okay, just take your time with it. Perfect. I'm going to wet it a little bit more. I need not to be lazy and then go get that spray bottle, but I just don't feel like it. It's probably going to be it because she don't want it. Hold your head up. She don't really want it that short. It's not going to be that short. I'm going to come up. You're going to have to move your iPad while you're trying to commentate. Let me see this. I don't cut that much more off, but enough where she can see. Hold your head up. Let me see. And see if I had to take my side behind there and got that spray bottle. You see what happened when you cut it without water? It just be so bulky. And one thing about water, when you put the water on, it's gonna dry fast. That's the first I'm gonna go with this bang. Now what I am gonna do now, begin to give it just a little bit of texture. And just take your scissors, go from my anger. And it's gonna cut to give it texture. You're not really cutting. Baseline it, hold it right here, and just go into it a little bit. The shear's gonna do what it needs to do. Just go into it. That way the cut won't look so blunt. Now we're gonna take the flat iron and we're gonna flat iron it and make sure it's at the desired length that she wants. It's drying already. Hold your head up. Because you know once you bump it, it's going to raise the hair up just a little bit more. And we don't want to take too much at one time. So I'm going to take that much. Okay, y'all, this is the end results of doing our hair. Turn around, hold up. She don't want to cut too short. So you see why when you do that triangular hold and cut, it really fans out perfectly. In the morning, we're going to go ahead and bump it a little bit more on the side. But it came out pretty good. Just enough for her. Hold your head up. I don't see how kids wear their hair this long, but in the face, but that's what she wanted. Turn around. Let's come with this mess, and I will have some pictures at the end. So I hope you've enjoyed the time we've shared together and given her another. No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Hey, so start your thing. So I
Okay.
just finished her hair.
Okay. So this is the end result. You see, if you look at her hair from the top, you see how I did that triangular separation of the hair in order to give her her bang, and it came out perfectly. So that's why I say use a water bottle. Don't do like I did. I was getting a little bit lazy. Use a water bottle, spray the hair, wet it down because it's going to give you a better cut. And at the end, try to fray the hair a little bit with a good. Go and invest in a good pair of shear scissors. Please invest in this. It doesn't cost that much. I think I paid $20 for these. I think I paid 20, probably less than that. But they would last a lifetime. Hold up for me, please. And that is her hair. Okay. I will have some pictures for you guys at the end of this tutorial. So I made her a wig. She can take this off. She can wear her hair. She can let her hair breathe, whatever she want to do. So I hope you've enjoyed the time we've shared together in creating this beautiful wig with the hair, the Brazilian. Let's go back. In creating this hair with the Sensational Live Brazilian Kertain Remi hair, and this was in the Yaki 12 and 14 inch number 2. And for the prices, for those of you who want to know how much it costs, I think the 12 inch was $30 and the 14 inch was $35, I think it was. So it wasn't too much. And like I said, for store-bought hair, this is some good texture hair. You're gonna love it. Even the ends, you don't have to do anything to the ends. I mean, nothing. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed the time we've shared together. Until the next creation by Sonyabeonit, be blessed.